Yeah, good morning, one and all. We'll be starting our proceedings in 5 more minutes. We are waiting for a few more participants to join. Good morning, Prashant. I think you are not connected to audio. Can you hear me? Mr. Prashant? You have not connected to your audio. We'll be starting our sessions in few minutes. There is some issue with the speaker. We are working on technical. Yeah, good morning, Mr. Prashant. Can you now try to turn on your video and audio? Can you hear me? Prashant, can you can you hear me? Can you unmute yourself?
Hello.
Yeah, Prashant. Can you
Yeah,
start your video?
just a minute, sir. I'll
We'll
start my
just check the settings now. If they are working or not, then we will start the formal proceedings. Prashant, can you start your video? Okay, fine. Video, we can see you. Can you just switch on the audio?
It's the audio is on.
Yeah, audio is
Can you hear me
fine.
now,
Video
sir?
is also fine.
Yes, sir.
Can you try sharing your PPT?
PPT I have not prepared because the Mary has not shared any PPT on that. She just told me that talk on that.
Okay, so you will be talking without PPT. You will be presenting, right?
Yes, sir. Because I was not aware. If I was aware, then I would have prepared a PPT and would have started with the talk.
Okay, it's okay. I mean, if you are comfortable talking on HR process, really we'll
Okay.
go back. Then we'll start let me invite you and complete the initial proceedings. Then I will hand over session to you.
Okay, fine.
Good morning to one and all. We welcome you all to the international workshop on resume CV building, getting prepared for launching your career on the occasion of World Social Work Month and also World Health Month 2022. And as part of international webinar series on holistic health, well-being and sustainable development, and also International Conference on Social Work and Sciences towards One Health and Sustainable Development 2022, in collaboration with Sri Holistic Health Foundation India and Sri Research Institute and Center for Art, Sciences and Wellbeing. We welcome you all once again to this international workshop on resume and CV building. Today, our entire sessions are divided into two. It is morning session and afternoon session. So in morning session, we have only one session, and in afternoon, we will be having three sessions. The interactive workshop on CV building will actually take in afternoon session. So kindly everyone join back at 3:30. Now before we start actual proceedings, let's invoke the blessings of Almighty.
कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः.
Blessings of Almighty. We shall continue to the morning session. In morning session, we have with us Sri Prashant Joseph ji. He is MSW, MBA, MPhil, and also J Management Executive Director, and also JM Distance Education Institute Partner, JM Facility Management Managing Director, and also Eagleton Facility Management Shareholder, and has good experience in HR process as HR manager and other roles, various roles. So today, let's listen to Sri Prashant Joseph ji on HR process. Over to you, Prashant ji, for your session on HR process. We welcome you once again. Participants can join Zoom session and also stream live on YouTube. As per your convenience, you can join. Thank you. Over to Prashant ji.
Yeah, good morning to all, sir. This is Joseph here, Prashant Joseph here. So, as sir already introduced about me, so today I'll be talking about mainly focusing on about the HR process. So in HR process, as it is headline, it's talking about like a resume building and what are the qualities and where the candidates are finding it difficult to find the right kind of a job or lacking abilities the candidates are facing. The first and foremost thing as in the HR field, what I found is that a lot of candidates, they don't have proper resume at all. So that is one of the major drawbacks what I see in that. And first of all, they're not all career oriented and they just do the degree and they do not know what is exactly it is and why am I qualified? What is the expert in that? If I do this degree or if I do this course, what is that that I have to do? So they do not have any kind of insight about that. Just they want to take a degree because one of their colleague or their parents or someone has already taken the degree. So I also just want to go that. That is where the fundamental lacking is, I feel, in the most of the candidates. So first and foremost, when it comes to the like human resource something that we have got a very conceptual meaning and it's very broad. So we cannot just I just want to focus on about the candidate perspective or student perspective. So where how the resume has to build and what are the things to be focused while building a resume and what is the career options or what is the career growth we have to see in that. The first and foremost thing that as a student have he has to have a vision, like exactly vision in the sense what is the for the course or what is the qualification I need to do. So what is my ambition and what is my future plan after 10 years or what I have to be after 15 years what I have to be, where I have to go in. If I take this course, so really it's going to help me out. Or do I have that capacity? How this is my interest? Or this a lot of things has to be taken care of. And second, what I see in the most of the candidates, whether in the experience also or the pressure the candidates also, they don't have any kind of a vision at all, or they do not have that kind of like they do not do real homework in that. So they, in the especially as the executive director, I see in my organization. So a lot of we receive like when I post a job, for example, for a marketing manager. So we get a lot of irrelevant resumes or profiles. The only main reason is that they don't go through that what is the job description is, what is the job it is, and where the location is, that what kind of have to do. No, they don't have any kind of, just they want to click on to the whatever the job comes in their like headlines or it comes to the notification. This is one of the most the things I have observed in the candidate. Even experienced candidates also do the same kind of they have got the same kind of a nature. So when it comes to the today, I just meant to want to focus on about the students, especially for the freshers and career the focus. So first and foremost thing that the freshers or the students have to know about what exactly they want to be and what is their goal, what is their the ability, where I have to be. So there are so many what kind of the career options are there where the students are not aware, where the students are not aware, or in the colleges in the academic also where the lecturers or the principal or the like academic we see that only they focus on about getting the marks or getting the degree or what exactly. So according to the today's trend is that engineering. So either engineering or the MBBS. This is the only two options we have about and next after engineering what? So they don't have any kind of options. So then okay, let me take an MBA. That's all. So this is the three kind of a course which is in the trending in the market. But as a this one was in the same in the field as a career kind of a thing what I experienced. So there are so many the fields are there, so many kind of the wings are there, so many things of diversity is there. So where the students or the freshers or the parents or the academics or whoever it may be, so has to concentrate on that one thing. And second thing, when it comes to the like the stream, example, I have chosen as a HR as my this one, I've done my MSW, and in MSW we had about three branches for there. That was the first one is HR was there, and the social community was there, and medical is there. So I have chosen HR. So because I was very the keen interest about human resource department and learning the new things, handling the various kind of challenges. I wanted to have the kind of exposure in that. I wanted to build my career in my human resource. That was the main focus I had. So I have chosen as a HR. And later on, I had done my MBA also. Thought that let me also have an MBA so that it would be had an advantage for the same field. So what are the main focusly on the students or the freshers who are applying for jobs or who are looking for a career? So what I suggest you for everyone, always go through the make your research. What exactly you want to be? I've seen a lot of the candidates or a lot of the students. What they do is they start with something like they work for 1 year, 2 years, and later on they want to switch to the different industry or different segment. The reason is that they paid as they get a good salary. So they concern about the salary or that's all. So they're not concerned about what is their skills. Am I the suitable for the skills, or what are the additional courses I need to take, or what are the additional training I need to be obtained. They're not at all bothered. They only think that worried as that what is my salary. So most of the candidates when we interact for our any kind of a job. So what for the first and foremost, the candidate will be what is the salary. So they are not bothered about what is my position is that, what is the skill set I required, and what is the company I'm going to work for. Is it a startup company or MNC company? Or it is a kind of the private limited company, or whatever it may be. So they are not at all bothered. And second, first and foremost thing they worry about the salary, and second thing about is it MNC. So for them, whatever the process may be, whether it's a BPO job or if it is a call center job or whatever it may be, even office job, office boy job also, it's not an issue. But for them is that it should be MNC company and they should have a very good salary. But what is that? I see a lot of candidates when they come for the interview or when I see their the profiles, we see that they are lacking a lot of the skill set. So they don't have when they mention in the resume. But when we start our team or myself start screening that candidate, when we call for the interview or when we take a telephonic round of interview, they do not have anything basic knowledge at all. But they say that, sir, what is the salary I'll be paid? What is the salary I'm going to get? So this is my expectation. If the expectation is not meeting, I'm not going to join. And where the location will be. So these are the criteria where the students or candidates or the mainly have the kind of a bit challenging. So what I try to try to take to the especially for the freshers or the candidates who are already passed the degree or who already are looking for a job. So first and foremost thing that try to have your kind of the mindset, like what the career option I'm going to take and where exactly I'm going to work for. And what is my the thing? For example, I want to work as the marketing manager, and this my vision. I want to be as in the marketing department. What's my I'm going to be after 5 years? Presently what is the role and designation? After 5 years, what will be my roles and designation? And what will be my CTC? What is that my salary? And how I'm going to be performed? What is my market and what is my target audience? So these are the things we have to make a research, and he has to have that kind of a winning in his mind that whether it's going to be suitable marketing or not. So instead of just worried about what is my salary or which is the company I'm going to work on that, so they have to mainly focus on that. That is what they should have that goal oriented after 5 years, 10 years, or 15 years, or whatever it may be. So what is my the industry or what is my capacity that they have to think. The second thing that after the deciding about what is where they want to be, where they want to be, they have to take the additional the effort or additional steps to make about the resume building. So before resume building, they have to have about they understand about what is the job description. Example, as I told you for a marketing, what is the job description I have required? What is the company the currently company will be looking, and what are the skill sets I need to look for that? What are the skills I need to take it? All the things with the things she has to make the following research, and they have to do homework and try to understand about and what you have to gain a little experience from the experts or through the others. We have a lot of resources today. So they have to gain that experience and later on they have to make a proper resume. And when they come for the interview, when they are applying for the job, so basically what I suggest to for the freshers or the students, always to try to adapt to try to join for the startup companies. That is where you real challenging or that's where you get exposure. That's where you learn every kind of the skills whatever is required. Example, if you join any one of the MNC company or if you join any of the corporate company where there will be we get a good salary, that higher rate, but whereas the skill set you will have on the what is the limited skill set or limited kind of the software or limited kind of the process will be there. Whereas in the startup, you'll be learning everything. So what happens once you become a master, once you have what that skill set, definitely you will get the kind of you will be valued. That's what the companies or that's what the client is looking for. That is what I mainly the request of the freshers or the candidates who are applying for the job. So as I told you, please focus on what is the skill set. And if you think that if your skill set is not matching, so if you want to, you have to have this one. So try to take the training, go for the training, or it is offline mode or online mode, and try to take the real the live exposure, the real experience, or join as an intermediate to any of the companies, and you do internships. So a lot of things are there. And second thing, as I told you, always the life should be always a kind of challenging. So we have to be ready to take up a challenging. So always don't look for the comfort zone. So once you are looking for a comfort zone, definitely we don't see any kind of the growth in the career life or the growth in the personal life also. Even in my the company have seen a lot of the candidates who have joined here and they work for some time. So they don't have a kind of they'll be lacking the skills. And somehow I just I had a focus that okay, let me take up the sectors, I'll just train them and give the kind of the required skill set to them. And what happens? So they join here for sometime like 1 month or 2 months, 3 months, and later on they just want to quit. The reason is that one is because of the salary. Second thing that they don't have that mindset to learn anything. So they will be. I have the many the candidates who especially were the staff experts who are working with me are wandering in the wandering in the streets where they are not able to find a job. So they join some year again. They work for the 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Again they leave the job because they feel that it's not comfortable to me or it's not I'm not have that skill set. Whatever maybe they have got a lot of inferiority complex or anything maybe. So they join somewhere else and later on so they don't have any kind of proper kind of a work and they start with the minimum. So they will work any one of the company for the minimum salary. So this is what the main thing. So when we are having as I said, the resume building, so we need to focus on also resume building. So when you, the example, what is your that is on the what is your name or what is the qualification, what are the skill sets, and have to understand about what is the position I'm going to apply, or what is the position is required. Does that the skill set require the position is required skill set? Do I have to aspire on that? And have to proper the homework has to be done, proper the things have to be taken care. This is where I can suggest, I can think, I can expect from the candidate. And please don't have a divert, or please make divert your mind just because I need to work in a corporate or anything. Always try to think about the salary is not for the first thing, or the company is not the first thing. The first thing that you have to learn the skill set and what is the required, what is the current situation, what is the thing I need to do. So after 5 years, where I have to be, what are 10 years, where I have to be. This is what the mindset the candidates have to be taken care. And when the resume building also, they have to have a proper kind of the resume building, and they have to understand about what is the job required they are applying for, and they also when they apply for a job or when they see any kind of a job posting, any one of the job portals, they have to first of all understand about what is the job is and what is the job. They have to understand they have to go through the go through the job description, what is mentioned. And if after the reading the job description, if they feel like yeah, I am a right candidate for this right job or it is a right candidate for this job, then the candidate has to apply. And he has to take the maximum kind of the effort to attend the interview. So a lot of things I especially observe in the candidates what they do when I say when we pick up at 11 o'clock is this one interview. So a lot of almost like 80% of the candidates do not turn up for the interview. Or even if they come for the interview, they do not on the time and they do not have proper support. I did not they lack in the like communication skills or they lack a lot of discipline. So a lot of things will be there. So where they have to be very they have to focus on those things. So this is what I can suggest to for the students or the professor. Sir, Ravinder sir. And if you have if you have any kind of a question or anything, definitely can ask me so that whatever the ideas or whatever things I have, I can share with you all. Sir, I also Ravi sir.
Thank you, sir. So, what would be your suggestions? Like, there are many unemployed. I mean, you have covered almost all the aspects of this process, HR process, and the kind of importance that has to be given in preparing a CV and also skill sets, developing various skill sets required as per the job profiles. So all these things are there. So I mean, if we see a lot of unemployment, like many of the students nowadays are focusing especially on government jobs. But when we see entire job market, the government jobs market is not more than, if I am not wrong, not more than 3% or 4%.
Yes, sir.
So, but the more focus is on government job market, that is public sector, and
Yes, sir.
they are wasting their precious time age waiting for. I mean, very less people get through because the percentage of jobs itself is very less, and by the time they, I mean, generally cross their age. I mean, when after they think that okay, it's now I am no longer eligible because now I am overaged. So then they are approaching the private sector. But by the time they lost their precious 10 years, 5 years of career. So what kind of suggestion you would make to go parallelly and work on both the things? I mean, they can keep trying while working in private sector or corporate sector. They can also aim for government jobs or public service commission. So how do you think this can be managed and how to approach these both the careers at the same time?
So the first and foremost thing, what I as a MSW social worker kind of a perspective, I think that there's a lack of the knowledge on the like in the society, lack of knowledge on the society. For me to say that, especially the parents or the teachers or the professionals, like the things where they don't have proper persons to guide them. That is where I see a lot of the things you said. As I told you, a lot of candidates or students are the focusing on the government job. So what I can suggest to them that you also focus on the government jobs, and that government job doesn't mean that only that IAS, IPS, all kind of a thing. That is what the students have, that only UPSC exam, only the exam. So they don't have they don't have any kind of other exposure. There are n number of the government jobs are available in the kind of Karnataka government, or it's in central government and the railways, according to their qualifications, according to their the abilities. So many the jobs are available where the students are not exploring on that. So what I suggest is that there are so many other jobs also equivalent to that IAS, IPS, or the civil service. So the people or the students or the candidates or aspirants who are looking for a government job. So I suggest you that don't waste your time only. If you don't think that only that civil service only the job, or civil IPS, IAS only the job, or CA is only the job I can do. There are so many things. Though especially if you start with the has a like any one of the like class A, class B, like that. So you should start with that. Like I have got an example. One of my the person whom I know. So he started his career in class A, and later on he has promoted as a case officer. Now he is nearing to retired age, and he is promoted as a IAS. So there are so many things where you can based on your the qualification and based on your ability. So there are so many jobs will be available, jobs are available. So you have to work. What I suggest is that you try to don't waste your time just the preparing just to say that I'm preparing for the civil service or preparing for the government job. You go to for the like you can start joining in any one of the company, and in the meantime, like in evening time, or you have a lot of if you are really interested to like for the job, like if you are really interested to, you have to pass in the exam, or really you are attempt, you want to really attempt things, you are giving 100% for the attention, then definitely so just you are sitting at home will not make any sense at all. Fiber is the first thing, the sense only the civil service or UPSC or only the CA. This is not only the job. There are so many thousands of jobs are available, and every day I've seen the notification in the newspaper. I say the notifications on the online. There are so many jobs are available in the market. So like available in the market. So the candidates or the students has to make use of that. Aspirants has to make use of that. And first and foremost things what I suggest to everyone, please try to understand where you have to be. So you should always have a plan A, plan B, and plan C, and plan D. So and second thing, always you should focus. Example, if you are really focused on only on the government job, definitely if you give an 100%. If not, you are going to become IAS, or if you are not going to become IAS officer or IPS officer, definitely there are others the kind of services are there equal to that. Definitely can be joined in that category or in that cadre. So what I suggest to everyone, please have an 100% and have that mind in your mind. So if you are focusing on civil service, if you are not qualified in the civil service, then you will be definitely will be joined in somewhere else. So I'll give you the live example of one of my classmate, Mr. Ramkrishna, and he was my classmate in the year 2007. I completed my MSW. From MSW onwards, he started preparing for the KS. Almost nearly 9 to 10 years, he has spent his time for the KS preparation. And he had taken all kind of attempts for KS, IS, all kind of attempts he has done. And we're all mocking at him whenever we meet him. We're mocking at him like we're all well settled and we have our own business or we have got all the good decent salary. So what is that you are in the just preparing for the civil service or preparing for IS, KS? So this is what we are mocking. But today, surprisingly, and he started his own institute. And if under him, there are so many kind of people who already got as a IAS officer, IPS or KS. And that's what the thing is that. So what I see that, so because he has got almost 10 years of knowledge and he started his own institute and he's running well. And I would say that, so what is the salary the IAS officer is getting more than the 10, 10 like the 10 more than the 100% of that. I can suggest like 10x into that IAS officer or KS officer, and he's already have got a lot of influence, already as I told his students are IAS, IPS, or KS. So he is running well. He's now become a very successful person. So that's what I can suggest to sir. Ravindra sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Well said. To look out for alternative opportunities. As you said, many PSUs are there apart from say Public Service Commission, which are not appointed direct recruitment are there. We need to explore maybe by reaching out to various sources, and we can even apply for that and get employed. So these are other sources also available for us, and we have other options like startups now, self-employment towards entrepreneurship development. That can also be explored. So can you just give something briefly or maybe as per your time permits? If you have knowledge, can you share on that aspect of entrepreneurship development?
Yeah,
Actually.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
So you mean to say about the entrepreneur, what is that entrepreneur? Is that you are talking about? Sir?
Yeah, startups or entrepreneurship or like that. If some students or candidates are willing to take up such an entrepreneurship or entrepreneurship development program, or they want to start up. So what kind of skills generally you see when people approach you? Where you find any gaps between them, or how do they cope up with such things? Maybe you can share your experiences or observations. Or maybe when startups are approaching for you for any newcomers or freshers, what kind of skill sets they are looking, because corporates are well established, they have all the resources, but startups are more challenging, more dynamic, they require more expectations are there because they have very limited resources, but they have a very great goal, a very big dream to be achieved in a very short time. So they are very ambitious, they are very innovative, creative. So what kind of human resources they are looking at, and how the prospective students or passed outs can aim for that? Is there any significant difference, or can you share your observations on this?
Yes, definitely. So what I can see that as we told that we want to be an entrepreneur or anything. So first and foremost thing that we should have a goal in that mind. And second thing, we should have it an urge. That is what I can suggest to sir. Because as an entrepreneur for the last 10 years, I have struggled a lot and I have already experienced a lot of things in my life. And as an entrepreneur, it's not a kind of like what we see in the what we see like a big kind of a thing. It is definitely not. Yeah, definitely till developing or till making our brand or anything, it takes a lot of things. And we have many examples. Like there are so many companies or corporates who already have the grown up already have and they are very successful in the planet. But as a small the entrepreneur, what I can suggest you as I introduce so currently, I'm an executive director of GM Management, and the second thing, I am a partner with the GM Business Education, and I am also the one of the managing director of facility management, and I'm also shareholder of Ecosystem. So what I can see that is all kind of a thing. So it's totally different from what is that my background, and it was a totally different from my kind of a career perspective. So when I go to the career perspective, so definitely it's not a kind of a thing. So kind of a thing. What is that? It was not my cup of tea. But I had the kind of a dream that I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to be a successful entrepreneur. I want to have many kind of a startups. I need to have things, a lot of like opportunity to be created in the market. I will have to give a kind of a set of examples to the like the people who are who do want to start with a career in their life or do have the kind of an ambitions in their life. So, if you take the example as a kind of a thing, I am from a rural background where was the Kannada was my Kannada, I studied my Kannada medium and Kannada was the mother tongue and I did not have any kind of, we did not have any kind of the facility in the schools like English or kind of the coaching or anything. Definitely, I did not have any kind of a resource. So whether you believe it or not, I even after even the passing the 10th also, I did not have what is my career growth or what is my like what I have to choose. So whether what is the this one, I just blindly taken as a PUC as hard. Then again, I did my BA. Okay, fine. Because just everybody wants to go with that. So I just also taken as a BA as my stream. Then later on, what is that? What next? So I have done my the BA. So I'm finding related difficulty. Then what I have to do? I have to take a master's. Why a master's? Okay, somebody has to suggest me that okay, you go for MSW because there's a lot of job opportunities in the market. So I just chosen as MSW. And in MSW, I was a topper for consecutively the 2 years I was a topper. Right? And then I joined as a HR. What why? Why HR? Because I've done my MBA, then MBA, so I've done my MSW, and from HR stream, then definitely I need to look for an HR, like HR as my option. That was my the kind of the thing. I did not have any career option. So later on, I chose as a HR, HR as my career option. And later on, I started to feel like later on, I just wanted to turn back my life, like where I've been, so what I was achieved, why I have been here, why is my kind of a dream, so where I have to be. So that is what the real thing started in me, the like inner kind of a thing started to like know. So since I am also from a kind of the rural background, and I did not have any kind of a skill set, so especially the communication problem because I did not have any kind of English at all, and I did not have like Hindi. I did not know anything. I was not. I was very what is it? What is it? I did not have kind of like a communicating with some people. I was little the unreserved kind of a person. And I did not wanted to meet anyone at all in the crowd. I did not wanted to meet anyone in the crowd, or I just do not wanted to meet any kind of unknown person. I don't want to talk to that unknown anything. Then my start in the inner the kind of a thing started. Okay, this is not your cup of tea. So something explore. You start your own way. You something you have to give to the society. That's where I started my. Okay, if I say something start preaching, then definitely the people will not listen. The reason is that they definitely instead of preaching, instead of what we are doing, what we are working, so that is where the seed starts. So I just started my entrepreneurship in the year 2014. I started a GM management. I started with the distance education. Then later on, I thought since I am also from HR background, let's start with like recruitment as my kind of a thing and HR the resources or HR solutions I started. And later on, the facility also I started the facility also. Okay, there is the manpower. There are people who are finding, especially for the uneducated and the people are there in the society where they are not able to find a job or they do not have proper skills. So that is the further reason I just started the facility management as my the also started the business. So what I can especially say to the young entrepreneurs or the students or aspirants, who it may be, so always don't just because you see that somebody is running well or somebody is very successful, just because they have got a posh car or just because they have got a very good hobby or just because they're using the newspaper or in the YouTube or not, just don't dream that. That's what the mistake the entrepreneurs or the aspirants are doing. So what I suggest is that you try to understand about is that your career, is that your goal, or is you are you able to take up the like is that inner kind of feeling you have, or is this your cup of your tea? Can I do that? This is what. So this is things so we need to take the take. So especially when I just want to quote about William Shakespeare. So what he says the three things. So when you want to do thing, when you want to do anything, any work, so to always have that why you have to do, how I have to do, then for what I have to do. These three things is if we have a question in our mind, definitely. And after if you find the answers to these three questions, and he says that you go ahead with what you are doing. And once you started what you are started like doing, that don't turn back at any cost. Don't turn back or don't change. This is what William Shakespeare said. So that's what I also will like to say that even the channels also said the same thing. So this also I like to say that in the last 10 years in my career, like as an entrepreneur, I've struggled a lot, especially for the like the branding, or especially the finding the resource or finding the monetary or the capital. A lot of things are finding difficult. But still, I don't have that. Still, I have got an urge. Okay, whatever it comes across, I know I'm going to do. So, especially young entrepreneurs do, especially to say that young entrepreneurs or the aspirants, what they have in their mind, okay, I'm going to invest about 1 lakh rupees or 2 lakhs rupees, and within 1 month, within 2 months, I'm going to get my profit or whatever the investment I've done, I'm going to get it. Okay, this much of my the returns I'm going to get, and this much of profit I'm going to get. So this is what they will get. I am already expert in that field. I am already worked in any one of the company. I know everything. This is what they think. And later on the stages when they started real things, so they start. So a lot of challenges will be there. Like you have to pay the rent, and then you have to find the resources and whatever the calculations we make. Especially example, if I have a calculation in my mind that I already invested a 1 lakh rupees and within 3 months I'm going to get my return like that 1 lakh rupees will be I will get my return. Definitely it's not at all possible. You should have that ambition, you should have that return. And to get, you believe it or not, almost I struggled 5 years without any kind of a salary. I've taken kind of a loans, I've taken all my savings, I've borrowed from my wife, and she was working there. I've got money from her, and then a lot of the time where I struggled to pay struggle to make a stand in the market. So this is what the main and foremost thing that aspirants or the young entrepreneur I can suggest you that before you start any kind of a business or before you want to come to any kind of a like a business or entrepreneur, you want to become entrepreneur or you want to start one startup or you have an idea, and idea will not make any kind of changes at all. Idea is not going to make any kind of a money at all. So because there are scores of people, there are so many people have got ideas, but implementing the ideas and just not only implementing the ideas, so do you have that the mentality? Is that and do you have the proper resources, proper support from your family? And if you are not going to sustain, or if you are not going to be able to maintain, or if you are not able to be successful for another 2 years to 3 years, am I going to be able to bearable? I'm going to be stand. I'm going to be able to run this business. I'm going to be able to sustain this business. These are the things we have to keep in mind. So this is what the young entrepreneurs or young aspirants think that okay, I've got money, so if I invest in money within 3 months or maybe maximum within 6 months, I'm going to get my the money returns back so that I can have a comfortable life So why should I work here? Why should I have my salary this month if I'm going to get a double of my salary within 1 month or 2 months? This is what the what is it, the main the what is it, they have what they're in their kind of the assumption in their mind. You have any kind of interview, any kind of the entrepreneur, whether he is a corporate, the kind of person, or the startup, the entrepreneur, who is the successful businessman. So just all you can see their interviews, you can read how struggled, what are the struggles they've gone through that, how many the times they had, how many hard times they have come up in their life. Only then we should have that mindset, and we should have the like you should have a strong will that I am going to do. If you have the just in your mind the calculation, like a paperwork you can do. Even I also have in the initial period I had to make a paperwork in the sense I used to calculate. Okay, I'm just investing this much. I'm going to in 2 months this kind of a thing. Okay, I have got a lot of the resources are there. I know a lot of the network is there. Then we can definitely get to what is the things are there. So I can make myself for branding. No, so whatever you have in your network or whatever you have in your mind, definitely it's not going to give any kind of a result at all. The real task starts only when you are in the field, when you start interacting, when you start with the process, when you start your branding, when you start advertising, when you start your the things you have to do. So then what are the strategies I need to maintain? Because if you have that one strategy, definitely the strategy will fail, and the same strategy cannot be applied for everyone. So the strategies need should be keep on changing, and whatever the corporate companies or big chains are doing, that are the same strategy we cannot maintain or cannot establish. There are so many kind of hurdles to be there, so many kind of challenges will be there, and we may not get the proper resources, we may not get proper support, even if you have money. So just money will not make anything at all. So you should have the skill set, you should have proper resources, you should have that and that driving in the market. A lot of things are the things are there. So what I suggest to especially for the startup companies or the aspirants, so please always go to the research. And second thing, if you have that confidence, even if I be there in the market for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, even 10 years also, if I'm not going to get any kind of a salary, or I have to invest from my pocket, it's from the deep pocket. If I'm going to if you are ready for that, then you start any the business, or you start your startup. There are also I can give you an example of the Dudwala, where they were at around 200 CR. So they were able to operate only for 3 years, and after the 3 years they closed down the business. So that was they were very successful in the market. So they had a 200 crore CR turnover, but thing is that they could not able to sustain. So the investors could not able to make much investment based on that because they could not able to sustain. And we have a lot of the live examples are like now we can take it example Future Group or a Big Bazaar, already they have closed. So it's all big gains to the business. So the market is unpredictable. So you have to be ready for that, and you have to understand your kind of a thing. And just get with just kind of a daydream will not make any kind of effort. Yes, sir. Ravi, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for sharing insights and also sharing your personal experiences, how you have gone through this. Definitely, um, much more efforts are required, as you have mentioned, especially in entrepreneurship development. Though the employment is different, but entrepreneurship is entirely that the entrepreneur has to invest his resources, time, money. He has to pull out various resources, community resources, or various kinds of resources that require, and persistence, discipline, all it takes. It doesn't happen, as you rightly said, in one night or one day or 1 week, 1 month. It can take time. So it can take good time also. Sustainability is also an important factor. How long you can sustain without any returns. So that is also a very important aspect. And like the market also, as you mentioned, the kind of market we are venturing into. It is also important. Depending on that, the sustainability also depends. The return of income also depends. All these factors are very important before venturing into entrepreneurship. Is very well presented, sir. And so what other avenues can be explored apart from these? Uh, if there is anything left you would like to share.
Yeah, so definitely, sir. So I have got a lot of kind of examples that I've come across in my life. There were so many things. As I told you, that was in the beginning. If I take it my case study, myself as a case study. So I'm from a rural background where I had a very limited resource. And a lot of things I've come across. As I told you, I had a lot of communication problem, and I was the kind of reserved kind of a person. Even today, I'm really reserved. But sometimes I will have but my own kind of a dream. Like I what is the person I want to meet, what kind of people I want to have kind of a network. That's what my dream. So always I have always where I want to be, whether I'm in the office, whether I'm in the shop, or I'm in the family, or where it may be. Always I've got my dream. So what I have to be, and I have already set my dream. So this is what my be, and I enjoy my company. Like being alone, I don't feel like I don't have any kind of friends. I don't have any kind of a community because I have kind of a dream. That I have to be like this. So I have to be that. This is what I can talk about. So what I can suggest to, as I told in the beginning of my case study, so since I'm from a rural background, I had a lot of limitations. I did not have the English was my, I did not have any English communication, or I did not have any kind of a proper skill set or anything. But I made myself, I had a dream. I made that I have to be, first of all, I have to learn English and I have to be in the market. I have to be shown that I have to get my degree because that was if you all, I just like to say you that in the eighth standard, so till seventh, the first to seventh, I studied in the Kannada medium, and later on I joined to the English medium. And my father had a lot of dreams. Since I'm only the son in my family, I got three sisters. So my father had a dream that my son has to be like since all my uncles, the son or daughter, they were studying in a city, Bangalore. So they have my father also had a dream that my son also need to be like they have to study as to English and he has to be like engineer or any kind of a good promo or the good position he has to be. And so he made me to come to the come to the Bangalore and to started I wanted to join to the English medium and they had entrance exam in the St. Joseph Brantford that is in Bangalore and I failed because I did not have any kind of like even Kannada was that was the one thing and it's not the proper writing also. I did not know anything English also. Even alphabets also I did not even till the eighth standard I did not know alphabets at all. Alphabets also in eighth standard when I joined in the Brantford with the influence of my aunt. So she was working as the teacher there. So I joined the Kannada medium. But the first year I failed. The failed in the sense I was totally kind of the different environment where I studied in my school. And this the school where I joined in this school. This school was a total different environment and a different kind of a thing. So I failed the first year and second year again I joined for the second attempt I passed and the ninth also I passed. And then the 10th again I returned back to my village. The reason is that if my family what I thought is here is not going to be passed because every time I used to fail in two three subjects everywhere like zero, sometimes 5, 10 out of 100 I used to get. Especially mathematics I used to get to zero. So the uncle used to scold me, or uncle used to tell my mom, see your son is not studying, and I don't think so. He's going to be successful, or he's going to be as a successful person in your life, and you have to find a better something else. So that's where the real challenge started. After my the 10th, so a lot of things, the transmission have taken place, and I was taken as a challenging. Okay, that is what one of the main reason is that my communication is not English. And second thing that what have to be. So there I started learning my English. There I started learning Hindi, and there I started my communication. And there I started my dream in the dream what I have to be, where I have to be, and there to they started my. So from then onwards, I have not failed anywhere. So the B also I got the first class, and second thing MSc as I told you, I was a topper. Then MB also that was the first class, and there's the things have also taken place. So that is what I can tell that any kind of a people or person towards maybe we have to be like we have to change ourselves. So nobody is going to change. Even nobody can not change unless until we change ourselves or we make a determination. There is a one thing. The first example I want to give you, and second example I want to give you about Mr. Nagraj. So he's basically he's a by birth is a blind, and we see that when we can think about a blind in the street, we have seen a lot of blind people will be begging, or they will be singing, or they will starving for their life, or they will be live for the live with him sympathy like that. We are blind, please help me out. Or they will be going to the door to door for the begging, or they raising their fund or raising for the charity or something like. But you say Mr. Nagraj is. I think you may be aware, I may not be aware, I'm not very sure on that. But he is the kind of a person, he is inspiring, not only inspiring, a lot of youth, especially the people who have got a dream, or the especially people who want to have, like the people who think that they failed in their life. So he is the real example where he has taken a lot of struggle, he has done his MSW, later on he has passed a NEET exam, then after passing a NEET exam, he tried to be the professor in the Bangalore City College, Bangalore University, so where he studied in MSW. Because of the politics, he did not get any kind of opportunity there, or his professors did not help him to get into the kind of a job in the university. And later on, he was never kind of, he is a very optimistic person. Always he had a dream, very optimistic, and he worked with everywhere. He started as a start working with the faculty, one of the two three colleges. Though he's the blind, so he used to take care of the this one, kind of from the help from others, and he used to study. And later on, he has passed the exams. So the two exams he passed in SBI. So it was first we got an the place in the Bombay, but where he has not joined, and he got a place in Bangalore. He started at Bangalore. He has starting as a clerk. Then he's a SBI manager, and not only SBI manager, he's kind of a Rotary Club, the International Rotary Club, the president. Then he has involved in a lot of activities. So he's kind of a person who's really inspiring. So whenever I see him, a lot of very optimistic, not only just optimistic, and he will be always inspiring the people. He's always helping the people. He's always encouraging the people whoever is come across his life. This is what I can suggest to the people, especially for aspirants or especially for the students. Always dream, and you please always have the company of the people who are qualified. So according to the Chanakya, what he says, that always make a friendship for the people who have got your ability or your qualifications. The thing is that if you have a friendship with the lower people, so they drag you to their level. And if you make a friendship with the higher the kind of higher status people, what they will do, you will be treated as a chief. So always have the friendship with your kind of same attitude or the same wavelength people you make a respond with. So that's what according to the Chanakya need to say. And second thing, what other things I can suggest to that, also have the network with the people whom you think that the Ravi Bedagar, the famous writer. So what he says that always have have a vision in your life, like always to choose a one guru in your life. So always try to follow him. So over it, maybe try to follow him and try to be in like impressed with him, or try to have his company in his life, and always try to understand and try to follow what is your guru is doing, and that's where you start. Like guru, when you choosing the guru or when you choosing the teacher, so always you should have what in your mind, like who is what you want to be. Example, as I told you, I want to be an entrepreneur, or if you want to be an artist, or you want to be a career, if you want to grow in a career, or what it may be, this all depends upon your kind of a thing. So you have to choose your like what's your the career or what's your line you want to be. Then after when you're clear with your line or when you're clear with your career, then choose one the guru or a teacher or who you think that is inspiring or with whom you're going to be learned. So always follow him. That's what you say, sir. Always follow him and don't impress him just because that don't be the kind of temporary or something. To be always try to make honest attempt that the guru or the person whom you are following should understand that you are a real has intention to learn from him or real intention to follow him or real intention to learn. Then when you have that guru in your life, what that is, the guru has to be only one. And when you start following your guru, definitely he will come up in your life. Is what Mr. Ravi Bergare has told. So that's what I also would suggest to for everyone, especially for the aspirants or students, but maybe to always have this kind of like this all the points of the way we have to make a note. And second thing, the most thing that foremost thing that we just start reading the book. So when you start reading the book, then where we gain the knowledge, when where we get a lot of things, when we get a lot of insight. So later we see a lot of kind of like where it will definitely it will help out. Ravi sir?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, for sharing a lot of insights. You know, these personal experience always inspire. Even Nagaraj has also joined our platform, and she shared really, you know, how we everyone appreciated the kind of efforts. Being normal, everything fine. We are not able to achieve so many things, and such a compassion he has. We are not able to come anywhere near to him. So that kind of compassion that see how much we are facing, how much difficulties in spite of having all the abilities and all the opportunities. See, they have certain limitations, and still they are able to succeed. They are able to achieve more than us. That gives a lot of inspiration that what we can do and what we have done is that gap is very big, that we need to overcome all these hurdles. Maybe we need to change our mindsets. That is the biggest hurdle where we feel that we will not be able to achieve. Small things we are considering it is a very big thing. But definitely, as you mentioned, when we start working on that, then they will be nowhere in the path. And those are like bubbles which will blast off in the no time. But when we see them as a big thing, and definitely we are stopping over there only. So definitely your life and especially Nagaraj's life and very inspiring. I mean, for all of us who would like, as there is a famous saying that there is no shortcut to success. Maybe whoever we take today are successful entrepreneurs or successful uh, bureaucrats or successful academicians, or they have gone through lots of hardships. They have seen the worst days in their life, but still they continued their efforts. That's how today they stand in a very good position. They are very ideals, like role models for many. So it was very nice listening to you, and thank you for your valuable time and joining us, accepting our invitation, and joining us, sharing with us. So this session is being recorded. So we have a lot more participants. We have almost 115 plus participants. But as you know, today is festival. So we are celebrating Sri Ram Navami. So many couldn't join. And there was initially we thought of having sessions at 3:30, because this festival everyone is will be going to temple and lot of pujas happening. Even in my home I am attending both puja and as well as the sessions. So we thought of starting at 3:30, but again you have your own plans, so we don't want to disturb you. I mean, because we all are having families there, we need to take care of them also. We only get Sundays, but in spite of that, you have taken time for us. And we are very thankful for you, and we really appreciate for giving us your family time to us. And we thank your family also. especially for sparing their valuable time and giving us an opportunity to be part of you on this Sunday. So definitely, this has given a lot of insights to all of us, and you really contributed. Really done justice to the session. Thank you very much. And if time permits, we'll take any queries. So participants, you can unmute yourself and ask any queries or your observations or comments. You can unmute yourself or you can raise your hand. I can unmute from my side.
You can unmute you from your side.
Everyone can unmute themselves.
Hello.
Yeah, Mr. Manish.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Thank you for your valuable speech, or it's it's very valuable for me to hear this topic. I got chance for listening such a beautiful seminar to attend, and thank you, sir, for giving such a beautiful seminar.
Thank you, Manish, for your comments. Also, everyone kindly join at 3:30. Try to join at by 3:15 after your lunch and all rituals and having a festival feast. So we will have a workshop on how to prepare a resume by Mr. Ravichandran. He is also HR, having a very good experience. So we will try to engage more sessions with Prashant ji also. If he is able to give us some time, uh, we can also organize more sessions. So everyone kindly join us back in the afternoon sessions 3:30 at 3:30 so that we all can prepare our resumes by interacting with Ravichandran ji. And if anyone else want to share your comments or observations, you can unmute yourself. Otherwise, also you can put in chat box. There's a lot of appreciation, sir, from everyone. Dr. Panduranga, he is also saying excellent information. Thank you. Everyone is appreciating you. Thank you once again, Prashant ji, for joining us and giving your valuable insights. Any last thing you would like to say, sir, before concluding?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I would first of all I would like to thank Miss Mary for giving this opportunity, because I did not know about this, because she had a lot of kind of activities involved. And yesterday she informed me that Mr. Dr. Ravindra sir will be organizing this webinar. So this is my first webinar. I have to be frank with you all, and definitely, sir, Ravindra sir, I would like to thank you, because this is my first opportunity. And I was very scared, like how exactly, because how the things may go about, how I can talk on this. And definitely it was a great experience, sir. I want to thank you also, Mr. Mary also, and all the participants also. Thank you very much. And all you are very dedicated, and you have got expertise. You are more the expert in more than me, but still you are given an opportunity. I would like to thank everyone, sir.
Thank you, sir. In spite of, as you said, we are continuously learning, because many things we don't know, because we are not in that field. Na? So everyone is working in different domains. So this kind of sessions will help us to learn from each other. And because we also try to understand, we can also help where we can reduce the gap between, and we can facilitate some kind of this thing, because this is very important topic which is often unaddressed, very like preparing CV. Many people struggle because that is their gateway to get an interview. That gives a best impression, that fetch them job, that fetch them shortlist, get shortlisted, and all those things are there. So really, thank you very much, sir. We look forward for your sessions. Mary is also active member in this forum, where she actively participates and coordinates. She also is a very inspiring person. She comes forward, and I also encourage her. So if you know any very good persons, like she recommended you and other, so she always keeps telling about her classmates and other professors she was learning from. We always invite them, because we can also learn from them. So that is the greatest thing, that many people are there who are even not reached, and we can also learn from them. So it was a very good opportunity. There is one comment also from Hamida Banu. Session was very interesting and informative. Thank you, resource person and organizers. So everyone is appreciating, and we wish you all the success.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you.
All the success, and thank you, and hope to have more sessions with you. Thank you once again. And we, on behalf of Sri Holistic Health Foundation India and Sri Research Institute and Center for Art, Sciences and Wellbeing, on behalf of all the participants, we thank you once again for joining this international workshop. And we will be sharing you your presentation certificate soon, sir. I will share in WhatsApp within 15 working days generally, because daily sessions are going on. So there is little bit delay. We had international conference also recently for 20 days. So from different countries. So soon we will try to share your certificate at the earliest. Thank you, sir, once again for joining. And participants, kindly join afternoon session. It's the session will start at 3:30. Kindly join by 3:15 so that we can start sessions on time. And feedback link for the certificate will be issued in the last session. So whoever has joined now, and there are many people who have been communicated earlier, we communicated 3:30. Those who might have still thinking that it is still at 3:30, so they can also join. And if possible, we will also invite Prashant also for another session with more insights. And we will, if time permits, we will replay, sir, this video to all the participants in the evening also. If you are not able to join with your permission, so that everyone can get to listen to you again. I mean, whoever have missed this session. Thank you once again. See you all at 3:30 for the afternoon sessions. Thank you, Prashanti, once again for joining us.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, everyone. See you all in the afternoon sessions at 3:30. Have your festive feast and have a great day. And we wish you all happy Sri Ram Navami festival greetings to you all. Take care. Okay, Prashantji, I am ending the meeting.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Yeah, thank you.